the way Say a Prayer came about, we had just finished a CD called Mosaic, and we loved the way that record came out. Mm-hmm. It was so great, and getting to work with you, playing all these world music instruments, Middle Eastern Kentucky sounds that we were bringing to kind of the sound that you bring, Beatle-y kind of early rock stuff, and but you brought this song in on a demo that you'd written, and I wanted to cut it, but I knew Mosaic was finished, right. But we cut it for another time.
Right.
And here we are at another time.
That's right. I wrote it with Ben Cooper.
Yeah.
And he and I had written a bunch of the stuff for Mosaic. And yeah, it was, I remember you're mentioning a story to me about this town in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And how it was overrun with drugs, and the people of that town decided they would, get together and take their town back.
Yeah.
And you said they marched down the streets praying instead of like carrying guns and torches or whatever. They were going to get their town back by praying.
Yeah.
And so that was what prompted writing this song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's so well written, and it is so for now. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that we've released this now, because I struggled with it because I wanted to get it out, but I don't know. I just had to have a peace from God that it's the right time, and I think it is definitely the right time.
Yeah, didn't your mother pray that you would get Pee Wee's mandolin, and you got it 40 years later?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's never a bad time.
There's never a bad time
to say a prayer. Yeah.
And you're never too late.
Yeah.
Skaggs Place Studio is my home. And, but other people can come into my home. They just have to rent it, rent the time. But I love the peace that's here. I love all the gear that we have. We have old gear and new gear come together. It's almost like the music we make. We bring old music in and blend it with new sounds. And but there's nowhere in the world that I would rather record, than here. It'd be nice to record at Abbey Road sometime, but that ain't going to happen for me. And this is my Abbey Road right here. Rockland Road, not Rockland Road.
Yeah.
And, but, we just love it here. There's a sense of creativity in this room, that I love. I love the acoustic sounds that we get here, but also, the electric sounds and, everything about this place I love. I love the fact that, Say a Prayer was mixed on 1/2-inch, analog.
Tape. Yeah.
Yeah. 2-track, and it's baked on there. And that's why the kick drum and all the drums sound so rich and so big. Yeah. And all the electrics and all the acoustic, everything about that record, it's not shrill, but it's got all these
organic,
beautiful
and you
tones.
got great microphones.
Yeah.
Your microphone collection is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Our styles may differ in some respects, and I remember that sort of coming into play when you called me about doing Mosaic, for example. I was thinking you were looking for songs for a bluegrass record. You were wanting to do these songs, but you wanted to do them like the demos that I had done. So our two different worlds sort of came together and made something really special. Mm-hmm. I think that's what caused us to want to just continue this. I still want to do more. As long as I'm breathing, yes, I want to do this with you. And so, but yeah, I obviously grew up in a house where my dad would bring home everything from, Roger Miller to the Beatles.
Yeah.
He was working and producing the one, but he was a fan of some of the other stuff, and he would bring that stuff to me. So I kind of had those two worlds sort of, parallel to each other the whole time I was growing up. So it wasn't such a huge departure for me. I mean, I was such a fan of your country music and came to watch you sing in the studio when Dad had you come sing for Reba.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to see you. So I was a fan of yours long before I got to work with you. And in fact, it was probably an answer to prayer. I remember saying, if I could just get one song done, by Ricky Skaggs, I could die a happy man, and then lo and behold, we get to do this project together. And it just has had more opportunities that present itself to us to continue, and I hope it continues.
It will continue, and it's living, and all we got to do is just breathe on it a little bit every now and then, and it just keeps, the flame never goes out for our hearts together, our minds, our humor, everything about who we are and what we are is just so special, and the creative part, I respect your creativity so much and your playing abilities. And I know you respect mine. And so there's just a togetherness that we enjoy from each other as far as making music and, and you're singing and everything, but your writing is just, is what really hooked me, how great these songs were, from Mosaic all the way through Say a Prayer, and it's they're evergreens, they're everlasting, they're just looking for someone to sing them.
I'm grateful that you feel that way.
Well, I love them, and we've got more to come.
The hardest part of recording this track for me would probably just be the traffic. I mean, it used to take 30 minutes to drive here. Now it's like an hour, but because Nashville has grown so much. But you know what I think of when I am in traffic? I think this town has gotten so big and there's so many people coming here that maybe they're coming here for a reason, and maybe it's for a particular song.
Yeah.
At some point that is going to come. You've mentioned so many things to me over the years about what you feel is part of the responsibility of this community and what we produce here in this music city. Is there something that is drawing people here, and be mindful of that. Yeah. So that doesn't really bother me anymore when I think about, so many people on the road, but something's going on.
There is. And, it's not hard for me to get here. It's one exit from my house. But almost one of the hardest things for me was knowing that it was over at the time, because we had so much fun. And I grew as a singer. I grew as a musician. I grew as a producer. During the making of Mosaic, and obviously when people hear Say a Prayer, they're going to hear, even though it was recorded, years ago, it will have a sound that will sustain, because it's got hope, faith. It's like the world is feeling all of this, and there's sounds of the instrumentation that we used on Say a Prayer that answers that. Yeah.
Well, would there be any mistakes that would make it into the final mix of a song like this? I would say not with this guy in the room, because
Picky Ricky.
What's your nickname?
Picky Ricky.
Picky Ricky.
Yeah, Emil gave me that.
Yeah. So no, your ears are no. There wouldn't be anything that would get by you. Yeah. I mean, can you think of anything that would be in that shouldn't have wound up in there?
I can't think of anything. I mean, we picked it pretty clean.
Yeah.
Like a buzzard picking a deer, you know.
Yeah. There wouldn't be any excuse these days for letting mistakes go by because everybody can go back and just fix themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think so.
I don't either. The orchestration, your demo that you brought me, I heard that, and I love the song.
It's much like the way that Mosaic happened too, where you would hear a demo, but then you'd say, "Can I add? And can I add? And let me add this, or let me replay this." And that's when it took on you and became what it became because you started putting your DNA into your instruments, you know, which to me at that point, I'm watching something start coming to life and kind of breaking out of the cocoon, as it were, you know, at the song, you know, what I had heard to a certain point, but then you take it.
Yeah. Well, I think we never, ever felt like, man, this is too far. I don't know if they're going to get this or not. You know, we had such a high expectation for this music that it's like, you know, we would just say, yeah, let's try this, you know. Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily remember anything that we tried that we said, nah, I don't like that. Right. You know, it's like every new idea almost like was a God idea. Yeah. You know, it was just like, okay, do this now to go with this. And I mean, that's producing, that's creating. But here again, this studio is such a haven of creativity. There's something in this place that's just so special. And everybody that comes in here feels it, you know. Mm-hmm. They don't know what to call it, you know. Right. But there's a sense of creativity here that...
well, we even referred to it during Mosaic as a portal.
Yes,
for a while, we felt like we were here and receiving something.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're just, following that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still here, and with higher ceilings now. You know, there was one thing when we, I guess when we remastered the original master, that I started listening, and I heard it maybe I'd heard it.
Was this what you called me about?
Yes, yeah, okay. Yes. And it was, there's a say prayer da 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 da.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a drum beat. But it's not drums. It's a synthesizer that Blair Masters played.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And it's almost like if you'd have written a strings for it.
It's like
cellos. Ba da 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 da.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Da 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 da. You know.
Yeah. Adding this drama to it.
And so the remastering kind of helped to bring that out just a little bit more.
It was Blair mastered. Yeah, but that I remember you calling me about that, saying, "What is that?" Yeah, but that's what it was. But it's powerful.
Yeah, I love that, and
but we chose some really cool instruments to, especially in that solo section.
That solo section. You had played a choral sitar, and you'd played electric guitar, and you'd played your acoustic guitar stuff. I added
you got the mandolin.
Played in that solo. There were some things that I think maybe only shows up in that solo.
Yeah.
And it's not anywhere else. Well, I know the mandolin. I'm not sure that the mandolin is in there anywhere else.
Maybe. I know you played banjo.
Yeah, I played banjo, the cello, big banjo, and
that's a unique sound. I love it. Yeah,
and so the sitar, the fiddle, the mandolin, the banjo. I mean, all those, and the electric guitars and all of that, with the synthesizer, and of course the background voices are just
Molly.
Yeah, just you and Molly.
I love getting to sing with her. Oh my gosh!
And you singing together, and it was, man, that's a sound right there. That's a sound that I want to do that some more.
Amen.
Mike Lawler, his B3 playing, made the sound to me. It comes out so many times in there, just at the right time, like just in the intro.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty special. I mean, he's played with, who all has he played?
James
with?
Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Highwaymen.
Yeah.
He toured with them.
Yeah.
Too.
Such a
He's a brilliant player.
yeah, he is, and that carried on. Actually, came from Mosaic. You know, that we wanted to get. You know, he was on that and just shining his light everywhere. You know, and but definitely with Say a Prayer, we wanted to get him.
And we brought Steve Brewster back.
Yes,
To play drums, and Blair Masters again. He's on there, and then it's pretty much
me and you.
Yeah.
It was kind of the first time that these two got together to sing together. Molly, my daughter, Molly Skaggs, and Gordon did the backgrounds together. They stacked the parts, and
That wasn't the first time. We sang "My Cup Runneth Over."
Oh, that's
and,
right, on Mosaic.
I'm Awake Now.
Yes,
sang, yeah,
that's right. Yes.
This was we had figured out we had a sound.
Yeah.
When we did the Mosaic, those two songs on Mosaic, so we wanted to repeat that.
Yes,
that
we
sound
did.
and for this.
And I'm glad we did.
Yeah,
because,
she's awesome.
Well, she thinks you're awesome, and I do too. But she loves getting to sing with Mr. Gordon.
Well, after Ben Cooper and I had written this song and demoed it, we wanted Ricky to hear it.
Yeah.
We wanted you to hear it.
Yeah.
So you were the first person to hear it, and we didn't think anything beyond playing it for you, or anybody beyond playing it for you. We wrote it for you, so you were that was the destination for that song from the beginning.
Well, I'm so blessed to have it, and just the fact that it's out now.
Yeah.
And I'm just so, I can't wait to hear people's reaction to it, because and the response. Musically, it's just so exciting to hear it, and then when that big old chorus comes in, you know, with you and Molly singing, my goodness, it's just like it just keeps doing this all the rest of the song, and then that fourth verse comes down, and you know, and then comes back out with this great chorus again. It's serious. It's serious music, you know, and it's an anthem, you know. I think people of all faith. I mean, I'm a Christian, and so I know who I pray to. You know, other people that are not Christians, they may take this and pray the way they pray, but God hears it anyway. You know. And so I just think it's such a call for the world to pray for the world, to pray for people, pray for the lost, pray for, you know, peace, you know, and just that people can get along, you know. I mean, we can have differing opinions and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we can also be civil and love one another. Yeah. Well, I think people that listen to country rock, and I mean, I think they're going to love this song, You know, I mean, I've got such a history of bluegrass and acoustic music, but also before that, you know, I was playing a lot of telly and a lot of country music, and so I feel like I've had, you know, fans from the country rock world, you know, but I think they're gonna. I think people from that genre of country rock is gonna, you know, country rocks, but bluegrass rules. So, Say a Prayer is so. It's not a preachy song, but it's a song lyrically that just shines the light on all that's going on in the world right now. And, you know, there's so many artists that are combining forces now, you know, a lot of the country, pop, rock industry, they're coming together, you know, and singing inspirational songs, singing gospel, or singing, you know, something that means something to people. You know, I think everybody is feeling it. You know, everybody.
I feel like there's also, we're seeing, not just in music, but athletes, people, personalities, people getting in front of cameras and just saying, "This is what my faith is this," and being bold about it. Being bold. But yeah, there's a lot of people doing that in music right now, and that's great.
It is. I think it's great, and you know, I love the fact that you know, maybe the chains are coming off of people, or the misnomers about, you know, well, I can't say this word or that word, you know, about my, I don't want to offend, you know, and but I'm telling you, people are just like tossing that to the wind and saying, hey, I'm going to stand up for something. I'm going to stand up for righteous, you know, righteousness' sake, you know, and I'm going to do the best I can do, but I'm going to sing what's in my heart to sing, and I'm going to speak what's in my heart to speak. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really believe that inspirational audiences around will really get this song. You know, it doesn't mention Jesus. It doesn't mention God, you know, but it is a call to prayer.
Yeah.
To combine your faith with action, speaking, praying. I love the fact that, you know, as long as your fingers are crossed, you know, and maybe some people, they've got this kind of faith. It's just like, man, I'm hoping so. You know, and you showed me.
That's where the idea came.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people say, well, you know, if you say, I'm going to the doctor, I'm going to play this game, I'm going to do, well, fingers crossed, you know, and I would go, you mean like this? and like this. Yeah. And so that's kind of where that line from the song was from. I recognized that at some point as just a little visual image of fingers crossed, and I mean this way, you know. Yeah. So but I mean the song is just, as far as how audience will receive it, it's, you know, it's a description of our current condition. Yeah. And you've probably tried everything under the sun, S-U-N, sun. Yeah. So maybe try saying a prayer
to the S-O-N.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that might work. So, but I think that people will get this and not be offended, like you said. Yeah. I think fans of country rock crave musical authenticity and roots-driven inspiration. So musically speaking, I think our track delivers, you know, the stuff we grew up on. Yeah. But then where they get the other is going to obviously be from, you know, the lyric.
Yeah. And I think inspirational music listeners will get a lot of inspiration out of this song, out of the lyrics of this song. I think inspirational music listeners are listening for hope. They're listening for redemption, restoration, forgiveness, all those things in inspirational music. But if it does one thing, and if it presses people into really even singing the chorus of this song, say a prayer, say a prayer.
Yeah.
As long as your fingers are crossed, say a prayer.
Yeah.
You know, as long as there's somebody lost, we need to be praying for people. And so I just think that this song will really resonate with the inspirational listeners as well.
Mm-hmm. The genesis of this song, I think, to me, was the story you told us about the town in Kentucky that was overrun, by drugs and the people deciding to walk the streets and pray.
Yeah.
They're not, weaponized with anything other than the word and the conversation they want to have with the one they know can help.
Yeah.
And so they're praying they get their town back, and they end up doing that. And not only doing that, but the guy who's the kingpin, the drug kingpin, ends up getting saved and joining them in that mission. So when you told that story, that was what, when I went back and sat down with my friend Ben Cooper, let's write this.
Yeah.
I think the meaning of the song is in the title. It's obvious that we've tried everything, maybe, and each one of us can think about how we might have exhausted efforts to fix this and change that with anything within our own power, and it doesn't work. And so, maybe as a last-ditch effort, or maybe as the scriptures say, to pray without ceasing, do that. Do that and see what happens. Because there's somebody listening. And to realize that and to act upon that, is life-changing.
Give God a chance.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
If this were to be a movie genre, that's funny, because I think, obviously it could be a faith-based movie title, which is, that's the obvious on its face. But, it could be an action movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because, how many movies have you seen where it could be the bad guy or the good guy go, say your prayers, or it could be a Looney Tunes cartoon, say your prayers, varmint. It could be so many different genres where something like this can apply. But so I don't think it's any one genre. I think it covers everything, just like prayer does.
Yeah.
I love the fact that each set of two lines that go together through the whole song are enough to get the listener to the edge of their seat. Like even the opening line about, I see a turning of man from God and the devil holding the door. Wow. Like what's going on here, And then obviously we mentioned how much we like the line about the fingers being crossed. You get people who say, I got my fingers crossed for you. And then I always say, you mean like this? Yeah. If I tell you, hey, I've got my fingers crossed for you, that's what I mean. I'm praying for you. Yeah. I love that line too.
I love the last verse. And I see the self-made reach for the top. He don't need God. Always an uphill climb. Yeah. It's hard. Yeah. I see the humble down on their knees with a God who listens every time. See, a lot of people put God in a box and just take him out when they need him, And they think, he's too busy. He won't listen to me. Yeah. Well, try him. He will listen. He does listen. He hears everything. Yeah. And
good ears.
So that's my favorite part of that song. When I get to that verse, man, it's like the humble down on their knees, and it's so well written. It's such a great song, Gordon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
When I listen to the song, and that's what's sometimes unique and interesting to me about being a songwriter, is a lot of times you feel like the song is something that comes to you and through you to you, the listener. Mm-hmm. And then there are some songs that I've realized, especially with Mosaic record, and it applies to this song as well. You know, they come to you and then they kind of just get stuck right here.
Yeah.
Realizing that I was to be the listener of this song. So when I listen to a lot of the songs that we've done together,
yeah,
I need to hear them myself.
Yeah.
You know, so I needed to hear them to write them, but I also need to hear them days and days and months and years after having written one of these songs, because I need to hear this.
Yeah.
And I need to be reminded, you know, we're supposed to renew daily.
Yeah.
You know, so a song like Say a Prayer reminds me that this needs to be something I think about daily.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that I would encourage others to pray about would be everything. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is, too big, too small, you know. Yeah. And it doesn't have to. You don't have to make it like, you know, this template of a prayer that it might be familiar to you. It can just be conversation. You know, mm-hmm. I think sometimes that God just wants us to be in conversation with Him.
That's right.
And so,
absolutely,
it should just be flowing and nonstop.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever recorded a song that has the drums mixed up this loud, you know, and I think it's purposeful, you know.
Anthemic, meaning like?
Yeah. It's almost like a battle cry, and I don't mean fighting with swords and fighting with, you know, with weapons. You know, the weapons of our warfare is prayer, mm-hmm. you know. And so, you know, I've recorded a lot of music in my time, you know, my days, and but I think, you know, the chorus is so great. It's such an anthem, but I just, and I love all the world music little intricacies that's in that solo. Golly, it's just like, man, I want to dance when I hear this, or I want to, you know, praise when I hear this. I mean, it's like, it's worshipful, it's meaningful, it's everything, you know, all into one. So, I'm just as proud of this as anything that I've ever recorded. Yeah. I hope that fans will call their fams,
Yeah.
you know, their kids, their mom and dad. I just heard this song, and you know, I hope it's that infectious, you know, because there's few songs out there that I hear that stir me in my heart like Say a Prayer does, you know. And so I hope that they will really take this as an anthem, and something that they will start praying, you know, and doing what, you know, what the word tells us, but also what the song is saying, you know. Yeah. As long as your fingers are crossed, if you're going to cross your fingers, you know, and say, well, I hope so, but, you know, cross them like this. I mean, God help us, you know, and, but as long as there's somebody lost, and we've all got lost loved ones, and so I think my fans out there will resonate with this song a lot. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope my fans will listen to this song, be inspired by the words of the song, be moved by the singing, the way it's produced, the way it's recorded. But I hope that they will call their family, call their friends, and say, have you heard this new Ricky Skaggs song called Say a Prayer? And it's like, man, that would be a blessing to me to know that good seed has fallen on good soil, and that there'd be good fruit come from this song and the message of this song. 3 emojis. One, 2, 3. I guess.
What was
That is
What's the last one?
a cross.
I couldn't see from the side. That's good.
Well, I've had this song now for what?
More than a dozen years.
Yes.
I mean, probably 13.
Yeah. And after Mosaic, that was I guess the last gospel record that I did, because I'm a bluegrass and country artist. I'm not a gospel artist. I sing the gospel and I share the gospel, but in the marketplace. But I felt like for years that Say a Prayer needed to be released, and I didn't know, but I just couldn't get peace in my heart about doing it. Here Skaggs goes with another gospel thing, I thought he was country. I thought he was bluegrass,
Mm-hmm.
And, but I'm just thankful that God has given me the patience to wait on His timing, because to me, that's what is, it's in His hands and it's in His time, and He'll use it the way He wants to. And that's all we've ever wanted with our music, is for God to be glorified with it, that He's blessed with our gift and our talents that He's given us, and so I just think it's the perfect time. I look back and I see, it was bad 10 years ago. It was bad 5 years ago. It's really bad today,
Mm-hmm.
But, prayer changes things, and just the lyrics in this song is something I've never sung before in all my music. The way this is written, I mean, you've written some great songs for me, and Mosaic is full of great songs. But dealing with this one issue of why that we need to pray, and I think this is the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it all my life that God's timing is perfect, and but sometimes I believe it and sometimes I don't, because I'm in a hurry to get something done. But I've held on to this song for at least a dozen years now. I'd play it and listen to the mix, and I thought, oh man, this is such a great song. Why did we, And then I start second guessing myself on Mosaic and saying, we should have just stuck it in there. But we knew then that we had Mosaic finished, and after even before we recorded Say a Prayer. But I'm just thankful that God has given me the patience and the surety in my heart that when it does come out, that it will do what He has purpose in doing, and that's to, turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children's hearts to the fathers.